Because I wanted to add that we both agree that the Oscars have no merit anymore. It's just a favorites game.
Yeah,
it's not actually who's done the best or who's actually put most work in it.
No, it's
who's got the most friends.
It's the
best gift baskets.
Exactly. That's first and foremost that, and also it's just a glorified industry award. This isn't different from like Iowa Fishmongers' annual prizes they gave out. It's just that these people are celebrities. It's the same thing. It's an award for doing your job. Like, wow, you're really good at this.
It's an employee of the month.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Hello, and welcome back to the Spoilercast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them because it's in the name, you know? First and foremost, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to give a huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers, just right off the bat here. Because, as you know, we do have a Patreon page where we do an extra episode every week. We also do monthly commentary tracks and a bunch of early access stuff. There's even videos sometimes whenever I feel like doing those again. So I just want to say thank you so much to Rasmus Jonsson, Laura Kinney, and Mom and Dad for supporting us over on Patreon. And if you want your shout out, we never do shout outs in the beginning, but if you want your name shout out and you want all those extra perks and you want to help us, in our independent podcast endeavors, check out the Patreon link. It'll be down in the description wherever you're listening or watching this. And now we continue with the show. My name is Tobias, as always, and with me, as always, is my sister and trusted co-host Rebecca.
Hello.
And in today's episode, we are doing the bare minimum effort to talk about the Oscars. Because it's, I mean, I think we've discussed it before. Maybe not on this show. I mean, we've probably mentioned it before, but me personally, I don't care about the Oscars anymore. And I haven't really cared for the last 10 years. Like, that was a cool thing when you were like a movie nerd, like, ooh, you gotta watch all the movies, and like, I wonder who's gonna win. And then, so I've watched it for maybe 15 years, since I was in my teens, and I'm just constantly disappointed in their picks, their nominations, and whoever wins. And it's mostly just embarrassing to watch the whole thing whenever I've done that. I don't know about you, though.
No, I mean, I've never really watched it to watch who wins. I usually watched it just for the red carpet stuff.
Yeah, I don't even watch that.
Also because it's so late in Sweden to try and watch it.
That's also a big problem. It's always like on a Sunday, and it's like at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It starts at 3 a.m.
I did stay up one night to try and watch the entire thing. And, I think, like, the red carpet stuff started at like midnight.
Yeah.
And then it was 3 hours until they got to the actual ceremony,
and the ceremony is like 3-4 hours long.
Yeah, so long.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and
unless you have a day off the day after, which we normally don't.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Actually, might need 2 days off, to be honest.
So it's much easier to just check out the highlights on YouTube the day after if you want to check it out, and I mean, the last few years I've not even watched highlights. I've just looked at the list and like, I knew it. This sucks. Yes. I hate it. Whatever.
Because I wanted to add that we both agree that the Oscars have no merit anymore. It's just a favorites game. Yeah, it's not actually who's done the best or who's actually put most work in it.
No, it's
who's got the most friends.
It's a
the best gift baskets.
Exactly. That's first and foremost that, and also it's just a glorified industry award. This isn't different from like Iowa Fishmongers' annual prizes they gave out. It's just that these people are celebrities. It's the same thing. It's an award for doing your job. Like, wow, you're really good at this.
It's an employee of the month.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. But they're televising it for some dumb reason.
Because they can.
and they're celebrities, so people like
watch.
I'm not gonna look down on anyone who likes the Oscars.
No.
It's just I don't give a fuck anymore.
Most people agree that the award isn't really like. Of course, it's a good thing if it's a like a smaller movie production who actually gets awarded it, because then it's
sure.
You know what? They get some recognition. Good for them.
That doesn't happen that much anymore.
No, I mean
it never really has.
No, that's true.
They highlight some of those movies, but they never win.
Yeah. But yeah, mostly it's just like, oh, you've won 12 Oscars. Congratulations. You know what it feels like now.
Yeah, again, exactly.
For the 12th time.
And then sometimes they kind of give out, like, pity prizes.
Yeah. like you were good in the last 4 movies, but none of them were nominated, so you're going to get this one.
Yeah. Like
just because.
I think the most infamous one, at least to my knowledge, is Scorsese winning Best Director for The Departed. I mean, great movie, but he's done much better movies before and after that.
Yeah.
They're just like, this year it's your turn. What about any other movie he made, basically?
Exactly.
It's a great movie,
none of them...
Why that one?
Yeah.
Anyway, but
we did some research.
Yeah,
for this.
I was just gonna say, it is still, a pop cultural phenomenon.
Oh, yes,
I mean,
definitely.
we want to be part of, the algorithm picking up all the Oscar stuff. Like, we're not dumb. And it is, as much as we we don't like it, it's still a little exciting to see who wins.
Of course.
I don't care about the actual Oscars, the ceremony.
No. But who gets the award for being the best one is, I mean,
it's
sure.
It's still
always an award.
It's titillating, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't compared too much to the other award shows yet. I've heard some of the results.
I just what I've seen on Twitter, basically. I haven't really cared too much.
Because I do know that some of the, some people say that if a movie wins a lot of, SAG awards or are nominated in certain categories, then they're automatically...
Globe is a good indicator.
Yeah. Then they're automatically, nominated or probably gonna win the Oscars.
More often than not, yeah. That's the case. But I haven't really paid attention. And I can't even recollect anything right now.
I watched a couple of videos on people's expectations, and then they went, okay, yeah, but they won this, so they're probably gonna win this in Oscars as well.
Yeah.
Or sure, I mean, yeah, but that's not really. That shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, yeah. Unless they have the same jury, or I mean, they could just think the same thing.
Sure,
I mean, the people in the Academy, the ones who vote on the movies.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all Hollywood people, so they might think the same.
Yeah, but I mean, it shouldn't be yes, because you won this, you will win this.
No, but it's a good indicator.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But, and also, we haven't seen all the movies nominated in all the categories. We've seen Best Picture.
We slimmed it down to Best Picture, and of course, those movies have been nominated for some other stuff. We have seen... Just through osmosis, we've seen a few other. Yeah. There is one, though, that either of us was able to watch, and that was Drive My Car. It is unavailable.
Really hard to get
here in Sweden. I mean, not even if we wanted to pirate it, we could. It's impossible to get here in Sweden, unfortunately.
It's premiering in Sweden next month.
Exactly. So maybe we'll do an update on it. But I've heard both very good, and I've heard very bland things about it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We've seen all the other ones, though.
Yes.
So,
and like you said, we'll be mainly focusing on Best Picture. Best Movie. What's it called?
It's the category is Best Picture.
Best Picture. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have already discussed 3 of them on the podcast.
Yes.
We have specific episodes for Don't Look Up, Dune, and Licorice Pizza, and Nightmare Alley. So 4 of them.
Didn't we do one more?
Well, we haven't done Belfast. We haven't done Coda. We haven't done King Richard. We haven't done Power of the Dog, and we haven't done West Side Story. We talked.
No, that's true. I'm sorry.
We talked briefly about Power of the Dog and West Side Story on our Patreon episode this Monday.
That was very brief, though.
Yeah, exactly. It was just mentioning them. So.
There we go. Yes.
So that's it.
So if you want to hear our proper opinions on those, check out those episodes, obviously.
Yeah. Well, we'll still...
But we should probably mention more than the ones we haven't talked about.
Yes. Should we just start from the top?
Of the nominee list?
Yeah.
Sure.
and I think they're in alphabetical order. So it's Belfast.
Yes.
Written and directed by Kenneth Branagh, I think.
As far as I know, yes. I don't actually...
Starring Jamie Dornan and... Shit, what's her name? Fionola something?
Yeah, let me take up the IMDb. I didn't do that for this one.
No, because
I was like, yeah, Oscars.
Yeah, it's so many movies.
Her name is...
Catriona Balfe. Sorry, Catriona Balfe. Yeah, it's a coming-of-age... Not really coming-of-age story. It's a
history taking place, slice of life kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a slice of life story about Belfast in the 60s.
Yes.
Which I guess is like semi-autobiographical, based on Kenneth Branagh's upbringing, from what I understand.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. It's in black and white, which is usually like kind of pretentious, but it fills a purpose here, I think. Both making you feel older, since it's trying to portray the 60s, and the 60s in like working class Belfast, which is more like the 40s or 50s, really.
Yes.
But then also, whenever there are these like little injections of color whenever they're fantasizing or watching movies or theater or something, which is, so it makes it interesting.
Must say I was a little bit confused when I started the movie, and I was like, wait, this isn't color. Am I watching the right one?
Yeah, I thought I mistakenly put on like a documentary about Belfast or something.
Yeah.
Because it's playing some like random ass pop song or like folk pop song, and it's just shots of modern Belfast. And I was like, what is this? And it was like, oh, it's gonna like go over a wall or something, and we're gonna see the 60s, and it did exactly that. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So, more specifically, what did you think of Belfast?
I really liked it.
All right.
I'm gonna pull up my letterbox as well, because I did rate everything, obviously, and I tried to put them in order of rating, and I actually gave it a 4-star.
All right.
Because that was one of the movies that made me cry on the Oscar list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I did. I mean, it didn't make me like full out like tears running down my face, but it made me like, God. Specifically, I don't know. I don't care about spoiling these movies. It's specifically when they're gonna leave, they're leaving for Australia.
Yes.
And Grandma says, "Don't look back." He said, I mean,
just go. Not
even saying it to them because they're on the bus, and she's
like saying it to herself almost.
But then he just before the bus leaves, he looks back. He's like, oh, "Fuck, damn it, you fucking kid, shit, fuck!" And you start crying. Yeah.
That one. And of course, when Grandpa died, I was like, "Oh, come on!" I really liked him.
It didn't hit me as hard as I thought it would, because I love Ciarán Hinds as an actor, and he was great in this movie. But I don't know, I was a little detached. Well, I should say I liked it. I didn't think it was amazing. I think I gave it a 3 out of 5.
I think it was much better than some of the other nominations.
Sure.
Much better.
Let's see here what I wrote. Oh, it's a little long, maybe. The visuals...
I didn't write anything.
No, but I usually do. Or I always do nowadays. The visuals are astounding. The whole... I think the camera work was really good. I've heard people saying it was kind of basic. Cinematography set the sign, breathed so much life into the film, with some great performances by Dornan, Balfe, and Ciarán Hinds. Belfast really feels genuine. The problem comes with the script. That's my big problem with the movie. It's kind of basic. And for me, the emotional heights didn't hit as hard as some other movies. I think Branagh is probably a better director than a writer, because he hasn't written a lot of movies.
I'm trying to think of what have I seen him direct? Because I've seen him act.
Yeah, you've seen him in probably Harry Potter. He's the guy in the third movie, right? The Defense Against Dark Arts teacher, the one they always switch?
Yeah.
Or is it the second movie?
No.
The guy who doesn't really know how to do Defense of Dark Arts.
No, that's the second movie, yeah. Second movie, sorry.
That's the guy. I've seen him do... he did Thor. You've seen that?
Oh, that's true!
He did Thor, which doesn't really feel like a movie, that he did. But he did a movie that I like, that other people like, called Sleuth, I think it's called. From 2011 or something?
2007.
2007 even, yeah. I like that one. It's more like it's almost like a play because it all takes place in like 2 rooms. But I like that one.
Oh, he directed Cinderella, the 2015 one?
Yes.
Cool. I didn't know that.
I
gotta say, I can't really like pinpoint his style then because
no, it's a little all over the place. I mean,
it works for the movies he's made.
You can more tell his style because he's an actor first, and he loves Shakespeare, and he's directed a lot of Shakespeare stuff. He's done Henry V. He did Much Ado About Nothing, Midwinter's Tale, Hamlet. I've only seen Hamlet out of those, and I like that one. And that's you kind of see some of that in Thor because it's very theatrical, even though he's trying to do that comic book thing with always doing the tilted what's it called, Dutch angle camera stuff. But when they're in Asgard, you kind of almost get that feeling. I think he's more adept at doing that than doing like slice of life stuff as in Belfast.
Stylistically, yes.
Yeah,
but I think it worked in Belfast.
Yeah, sure. It's not a bad movie. It was just not great.
Because it made it look, which it was supposed to be. It made it look like a slice of life. It didn't make it look like fantastic or amazing or
sure.
Marvelous. It's a slice of life. It's literally seeing life as it is.
Yeah. I agree.
Like you said, great acting from all of them. I don't think even the kid was a little bit annoying in the beginning, but after a while you kind of get but that's how the kid was. That's just that's the character. That's not the acting, perhaps.
Yeah, and some people have complained about the dialogue, that he doesn't talk like a child. I didn't have that problem.
No, he sounds like one of those children who's kind of clever, but doesn't really know that he's clever.
Yeah. I didn't. Somebody was like, no, he sounds like an old man talking, because he's just the words.
But some kids do that.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that.
No, that didn't weird me out.
But overall, not my favorite of these, and definitely not one of my favorites of this year so far. We should also mention the whole weird thing about what's 2021, 2022. It's so different because this came out in Sweden in 2022, but it's technically a 2021 movie. So for me, this is going to end up on my 2022 list, and so far, down towards the bottom of that list because I haven't seen that many movies.
My 2022 list is always the movie I watched for the first time in this year.
Yeah.
I don't care when it was released. If it's the first time I see it, that's my year for it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm thinking of premieres that came out this year.
And for us in Sweden, we're always going to be a bit late. Not always, but a lot of times.
Most of the time, yeah. But anyway, do you have anything else to add about Belfast?
No, I liked it. It's, like I said, it's top half of my list at least.
Right. Next one is...
We can do the list afterwards.
Yes. We're going to rank them and talk about who wins or who doesn't, whatever, after this. But then, Coda. Again, I really enjoyed it. Yes, this I liked more than Belfast. They're similar in that they're pretty standard, like, family-oriented drama, sort of comedy. This one
coming of age-ish.
Yeah, and this one is a little more cheesy. It's almost like a Disney movie, but a little better made.
It could have been,
not
but
as
slightly better made.
Yeah. So like, what made it go from like a regular like three stars up to like 3.5? Because I think I gave it 3.5 stars. Is really the acting. Everyone is fucking amazing in this movie. Especially the lady. What's her name?
Main character or mom?
Yeah, well, both. But I was thinking of the daughter, the girl.
Emilia Jones, who played Ruby Rossi. Rossi.
She was so good. But
I thought I recognized her, and apparently we've seen her in.
We have? Because she's barely been in anything, right?
But she plays young... Oh, what's her name? She's in the Ghostlands movie. I fucking love that movie.
Oh, right.
Incident in the Ghostlands. She's young Beth.
Right. But she has... Yeah, she's much younger. Well, a few years.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, pretty much younger. And she has black hair in that one, so it's very different. Yeah, that's true.
But I did recognize, like, I know that girl. She's really good.
Yes, that's true. And I've seen her in High Rise as well. But also, I think she kind of, I think, because I didn't make a connection to the movies I've seen her in. I think the first thing I connected her to is she looks a lot like Elle Fanning.
She does?
I think so. The eyes.
Maybe.
Something about the
eyes. They have a little bit of the similar roundness to the face as well, I guess.
Yeah. Something. So I was like, I know it's not Elle Fanning, but goddamn, it looks like Elle Fanning. But yeah, she was great. Yeah, Marley Maitland, like I said, Troy Kotsur, who is nominated for male supporting cast or whatever it's called.
Yes.
He's fucking amazing, the dad. Even the brother is good, even though, I mean, He's the lesser of the characters, I suppose.
He's lesser, yes.
But he's still great. Daniel Durant. He's great. And then you have
it's really impressive in general when you have deaf people on set, I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
And having the whole production surround them. It's always impressive.
Yeah.
So that helps, obviously. But then having the emotions and conversations portrayed so clearly and well on the screen with only one person really interpreting it.
Yeah, it worked.
I liked it. It worked very well, because sometimes you're just like, okay, subtitles, that's all we need. And this one, you could feel the emotions almost.
Yeah. The first time I watched this, I didn't have any subtitles available.
Oh, shit.
So it's like, and it worked pretty well until all four people were just talking sign language.
Yeah.
Like, I get what they're getting at, but I don't understand what's going on.
You can see the emotions on their faces, but that's about it.
No, yeah.
Because we don't know ASL.
No. The only one I liked him, but I didn't really buy, what's his name? Eugenio Derbez as Bernardo Villalobos.
Ah, yes.
Bernardo. Because I can
a little bit too much.
A little too much, and I can only, in my head, he's always going to be the idiot from the Overboard remake. The spoiled millionaire who falls overboard in Overboard. You know,
I didn't
Kurt
watch
Russell, Goldie Hawn.
I didn't watch the remake.
Yeah, I watched it because I love the original Overboard. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
because I love Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. They have such chemistry. Such good chemistry that they got married and have stayed married for like 45 years now.
Something like that, yeah.
So I gotta check it out. It's gonna be terrible, but I want to check it out. And yeah, it was terrible. And I can never get that out of my head now.
He added even more of that Disney Channel feeling.
Yes.
Because he feels very much like a Disney Channel character.
His style of acting didn't fit into the kind of natural style of the other characters.
No. He felt he wasn't the teacher sidekick thing from a Disney movie or something.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, but it didn't fit with the rest of the characters. He didn't reciprocate the energy that they put out.
Towards the end, a little bit.
It got better, yes.
But in the beginning, when he was being that quirky, cool teacher, it's like, come on.
Yeah, no.
You're ruining the vibe of the movie.
I've never seen those movies, but I got like High School Musical vibes.
Oh yeah, sort of.
Yeah. No, I didn't like it.
Also, wasn't a super fan of the boyfriend or love interest. I don't know, he felt stiff, but perhaps it's the character, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he didn't have much to do. The kind of stuff they kind of sidelined because it wasn't that important. Sort of like her best friend hooking up, or I guess dating her brother.
The brother, yeah.
Which
kind of unnecessary.
It comes back and it has like one important point towards the end. But other than that, it's just, what was the point of that?
And you don't really need them dating for that point, to be honest.
No, not really, but it makes her more familial, yeah. But
it gives her a reason to learn sign language to be able to explain things.
Yes,
I suppose.
Yes.
But
stuff like that.
Still, very much a touching movie.
Oh yeah.
The story's great, and like you said, the main character, specifically father and daughter, amazing.
Yes.
So very, amazing. Very that scene after the concert when they're sitting on the truck.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Yeah. Fuck that.
I'm almost crying just thinking about it. Amazing.
Let's see, because he's nominated. The father is not Troy Kotsur, and he's up against Ciarán Hinds in Belfast, Jesse Plemons in Power of the Dog. You know, the blonde guy.
Yes.
And Cody Smith McPhee, the kid from Power of the Dog.
Right.
And then J.K. Simmons from Being the Ricardos. I haven't seen that one, so I don't know about that one. But
no, I don't know.
Out of those, It's either Troy Kotsur or Cody Smith McPhee for me. I thought he was great in Power of the Dog, but we'll get to that when we talk about Power of the Dog. So
I mean, just based on
the nominations.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because he's fucking great.
Oh yes.
Anything else about Coda?
No. I think that's enough for this one. Do not make it too long, to be honest.
Yes, exactly. So
I lost Best Picture. There it is.
Next one is Don't Look Up. We can keep that one brief because we've done a whole episode about it.
Yes, there's a whole episode. Short story. Not the best movie.
No.
I don't even understand why it's nominated.
I understand why it's nominated because it's one of those movies. Mm-hmm. But like in terms of like movie making quality, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of the worst movies of last year. Because this one actually came out in 2021 in Sweden.
Yeah.
It's fucking trash. And it's the worst.
It's fun to watch like one time because it's kind of like entertainment.
Barely, because it's so long and so fucking your face. And Adam McKay.
But I did laugh at times.
Sure, yeah, because there are good comedic actors in it, and there were jokes. Like we mentioned in that episode, there's one joke that I laughed a lot at when he closes the door in Jennifer Lawrence's face. Whatever his name is, whatever. We don't need to. But this is Adam McKay crawling so far up his own ass that he doesn't know what like people want to see anymore. This is a movie made for the actors like in it, and not to like have fun doing it, but like they can watch it when it's done. Like, oh yes, pat themselves on the shoulder.
Good job.
Say, we did a really important movie, but no, you didn't. You did the dumbest fucking idiotic, fist in the air, like on the nose. Bullshit movie ever. I hate it so much.
If you watch it with an empty brain, it's kind of entertaining, but that's about it.
Yeah. If you manage to stay awake because it's so fucking long. I mean, a comedy, which this is a comedy. It shouldn't be that long. It shouldn't be over 2 hours long.
No.
Anyway, that's that.
Yes. Next one is Drive My Car, but we'll have to skip that one again because, we haven't been able to find it to watch it anywhere.
Yeah. Just quickly, though, Don't Look Up. So it's nominated for a motion picture. It's also nominated for editing, which I can kind of see.
I suppose.
It's annoying, but it's different. I guess that's good.
I guess.
And then music, And screenplay, no. Adam McKay should have fired himself as a screenwriter for that movie. So
is that an original? Yeah, that's an original.
It's an original screenplay. So, good on you for that, but it's not good.
I'll give you a plus in the. You say plus i kanten in Swedish.
Gold star.
Yeah, gold star for that. Little extra. I do like original stories.
Yeah, exactly. Then of course, Drive My Car. Haven't seen it. I don't know.
I've heard mixed reviews. I don't really know.
Yeah, I've heard like 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. And I heard like boring, like 2 out of 10, 2 out of 5, whatever.
Some people have said that, like, because it's they had to add a foreign movie or like.
Yeah, it's a new thing now after Parasite. You gotta have a foreign movie as best movie or best picture. Yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll talk about it later.
Yes.
Next one.
And then we have Dune.
Yeah, which we've done an episode on.
Yes. So keeping it brief again. Still, one of my... I really liked it. I rewatched it a few times. Still really like it. I mean, there are issues, obviously. There are... Why is it split in two?
Yes. Well, we know, because it wouldn't wait too long. But I mean...
Oh, yes.
This doesn't feel like a complete movie. It just doesn't.
It does feel like it's missing something.
Yeah, because it ends...
Which it is.
I mean, not even like... Oh, well, let's try to make it like an ending. No, it literally ends in the middle of the story. Even if you haven't read the book, you kind of feel that, like, wait, something's missing. End? And then you're like, oh, there's another movie coming.
Like I said when we reviewed it, I didn't realize it said part 1 in the beginning, and when it ended, I was like, what's happening?
Why are they leaving? The bad guys
what's going
are
on?
winning.
How long have we been watching? What happened?
Other than that,
fantastic movie.
it's good. It's good.
I like it a lot.
I'm one of those Dune asshole fans who say you can't adapt it properly. I guess this is like the best adaptation so far, but
yeah. Dune is also nominated for a few other things.
A lot of other.
I think it's one of those who have like been nominated most.
A lot of technical Oscars, because that's because the script is what it is. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it's based on a book. You can't really do too much.
It's a good adaptation, sort of.
Yeah.
The actors are all fine, but it's distracting when there's so many stars.
A little bit, yes.
I guess I understand that they needed a lot of stars to sell this humongous monster of a movie. Like, no one would have gone and seen it if it was a bunch of unknowns. So you needed Zendaya, you needed Timothée Chalamet.
Even though Zendaya is barely in the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit of a cheap shot there. But
yeah. Just like having Javier Bardem barely be in the movie. Like, he's one of the greats of this generation. He's barely in the movie. Like, what is that? He has a bigger role in the next movie, of course, but...
Yes, it's built up for the next part.
Yeah.
I will, however, give it, like, I do feel like the original score definitely deserve it.
I like it. A lot of people thought it was...
it's nominated for.
A lot of people...
Compared.
Wait, you mean original score? What do you mean?
It's nominated for original score, and it's nominated against Don't Look Up, Encanto, Parallel Mothers, not sure about that one, and The Power of the Dog. Dune is top contestant for me.
Yes, a lot of people thought it was too weird and like annoying with the ha 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 all the time.
That's kind of the point, though.
I liked that. It was cool, and the drums like dum 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 dum.
Really liked that.
I liked it. Yeah, the music was good, and of course, like best sound. Yes, of course, all the vibes, because it's a story about a lot of it is about sound. Vibrations. Yeah. Even like if you want to call like vibrations throughout like history, even if you want to call it sound like that. So sound is very important. Visual effects are very important, of course, and Denis Villeneuve always know how to work around visual effects to make it look awesome. Production design, I love the style, even though I think it's a little too bombastic. Like, not everything has to be 16 miles high just because like he's a duke, so his ceilings have to be 46,000 floors up. You don't have to do that, but it looks cool.
But it's still really cool, and it's really well made.
Yeah.
Costume design,
yes,
kind of feel like it should, again, based on what it's competing against.
I only know Cruella is another one, and I think I prefer Cruella because I like the punky style of that movie.
Yeah, it's Cruella, Cyrano, I don't know what that one is, to be honest. Dune, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story. Nightmare Alley and West Side Story did not have that much fantastical.
No, not cost. Well, they look
fine. Not for costume. It's just...
that's more set design, yeah.
Yes. Cruella, maybe.
I think the dresses are really cool.
They are.
You know, the coolest one when she sets herself on fire is fake. That's still cool.
Yeah.
I wish that was real, but it isn't.
It just feels like the movie... I don't know. Of course, there's a lot of craft behind it. And of course, I mean, it's very nice design. But I don't know if it's costume design or just clothes design. It's...
Well, designing clothes are costume
Yeah,
design.
but they just made... dresses that are like high fashion. They didn't make proper dresses based on why. Like the dresses don't have a point all of the time. While the clothing in Dune does have a point.
Sure, yeah, I guess.
The clothing in Nightmare Alley does have a point, sort of. West Side Story, no. They just dresses and shirts, whatever.
50s, yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Okay,
there's like one scene where the dresses are cool, but that's just functional. It's not for the movie specifically,
I guess. Best achievement in editing. Well, I would have fired the editor because he cut the movie in half, but I guess
not his choice though. Probably
it's not his choice. Yeah, I know. And then motion picture of the year, makeup and hairstyling. Yeah, sure. I don't know who they're competing against.
Coming to America, Cruella, Dune, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and House of Gucci.
Well, this should win then because it's a sci-fi movie. Of course, there's like the style is gonna over like trying to make it look real is gonna win. I think.
Yeah. Again, though, Cruella has, like you said, I mean, there's a lot of makeup and hair in that one.
Sure.
House of Gucci also has a lot of focus on the makeup and hair because I mean, it's Gucci.
But they're all just wearing
Coming to
Gucci.
America, I'm not sure.
I haven't seen that one. I heard it's pretty. I mean, I heard that stuff is pretty good, and I actually heard that the movie's kind of funny. So I'm gonna check that. I didn't want to check that out because it's a sequel to an old movie, which I do like the original. I think it's a very funny movie.
All right, yeah.
And then I heard today that it's actually kind of a worthwhile sequel. So I was like, oh fuck, I should have watched that then. So I probably will at some point, but I haven't watched it yet.
Looking at the pictures, just quickly, like on IMDb, I'm not sure it's anything spectacular when it comes to makeup and hair. I mean, it's a lot of hats. So I don't know.
No, but makeup is also but makeup is also making people look like other people because a lot of the characters you're watching are Eddie Murphy. He plays like 5 characters in the movie. So it's that kind of makeup. It's like special effects makeup as well. I
guess. And I mean, that's always been improving in the last few years, but that's also kind of a cheap shot sometimes to win for that.
No, not if it's convincing. Like I'm guessing for the next Oscars, the Batman is going to be nominated because Colin Farrell just disappears into the Penguin.
Yeah, but that's better though.
Than what?
Than what I can see from Coming to America.
Sure, yeah, but I mean,
because you can tell it's him.
Yeah, but that's not even nominated. I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of like makeup they're talking about. Like,
I suppose, but that's the only one that has that kind of makeup compared to the other ones. I think.
Sure.
If I'm not mistaken.
And then cinematography, which is amazing in Dune.
Oh yes.
Who are they up against in that one? Cinematography. It's Nightmare Alley. No. Power of the Dog. Maybe. Tragedy of Macbeth. I've only seen clips. Looks cool, but I think it's more set design and costume than actual cinematography. And then I loved the cinematography in West Side Story. How it actually transformed a stage musical into a movie with like sweeping like dolly shots and crane shots and close-ups. I loved the cinematography in that movie. Maybe I was too distracted by everything I hated about it to like be able to focus on that. So sorry. Between the movies that are we're talking about cinematography. I know we're going back and forth, but between the movies here, it's probably West Side Story or Dune for me. And I'm leaning more against West Side Story. But let's go back to
Best Picture. Next movie on the list is King Richard.
King Richard. Yes. What did you think?
I actually really liked it. But I don't know if
it's not best movie.
It's not best movie.
No. It's fine.
It's a good movie. It had some great acting. It had an interesting story. But I mean, it's nothing based on life. Like, it's a documentary, just filmed better.
Exactly. Like it's not like groundbreaking or like high art cinema. It's a good fake documentary, so to speak.
Yeah.
Will Smith is good in it.
Yeah, and he's nominated, so
he hasn't been good in a while, so that's good to see him like fucking act again.
Yeah.
It's nominated for 6 Oscars. Jesus Christ. Yeah, best performance by an actor in a leading role, and who is he up against in that one? Javier Bardem in Ricardos. I haven't seen that one. Benedict Cumberbatch in Power of the Dog. That's a good one. Then Andrew Garfield, Tick Tick Boom. I haven't seen that one. Because as much praise as I'm giving West Side Story, I hate musicals. And this is a musical about writing a musical, so I'm not going to watch it.
No, I haven't seen it either. But I've heard, like, if it wasn't for Benedict Cumberbatch and Will Smith in these movies, then Andrew Garfield would probably be a top runner.
Sure, and I've seen clips of Denzel Washington in Macbeth, and he's reciting Shakespeare very well. I mean, and he's a good actor, but I don't know.
But that's I haven't seen it, right? Yeah. That's just reciting. So for me,
probably. Out of the movies I have seen, it's. I think Will Smith has a chance to win.
Yeah, and I've also heard people saying that he's been snubbed before, so this is his turn, sort of.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
He was nominated.
I mean, he's a good actor.
He was nominated for The Pursuit of Happiness. I remember that one.
I think Ali as well.
Oh yeah! Oh, he's fucking great in Ali. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was early in his career, like early in his movie career. Yeah, that's a while ago. Yeah, 2001 or something. But I get the feeling that Benedict Cumberbatch, it's the kind of role that you win for, you know. He's a gay cowboy who's in the closet. Ooh.
See, we need to talk more about that when we get to it.
But I don't really have anything else to say about King Richard. It's fine.
No, it's not spectacular. It's kind of middle ground.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like
it was a good movie. It's well made and all that, but
it's nothing special.
It's nothing special. It's not really Oscar-worthy for me.
No.
Perhaps performance, yes.
By the way, we should check out, though, because it is Anjouani Ellis, who I think is the mother, is nominated for supporting role.
Ooh.
King Richard, Anjouani Ellis, and she's up against Kirsten Dunst in Power of the Dog, who a lot of people were praising. I thought she was fine.
No, she wasn't that good.
I don't know.
I don't know if something was missing or if it's the character she's playing and she just doesn't know how to play that character.
I think it's mostly the characters. I don't like the character. But then Judi Dench in Belfast.
Really good, but...
She was good, but she's been better.
Yeah. She didn't have a lot to do. She didn't have enough screen time almost.
Exactly. She didn't have the time to really show off.
Show it, yeah.
Yeah. And then Adriana DeBose, who plays...
Ariana DeBose, she's the brother's wife/girlfriend. I didn't really figure out. Yeah. Were they married or not? I'm not sure.
That's the girl. Not the love interest, but the other girl.
Yeah, the darker girl.
Yeah, who's played by...
Who she lived with.
Probably the more iconic role from the original movie. She was good. I don't know if I'd call it, like, Oscar-worthy.
No.
Not really. And then Jessie Buckley in The Lost Daughter. Haven't seen it. Heard a lot of good about the movie, but I haven't watched it yet.
No, me neither. So, I don't know.
Out of these... I don't know who I would pick in this.
Nah, not really.
What is it after this, then? King Richard. Licorice Pizza. Here.
Thank God that clap kind of disappeared in sound. Just saying, don't clap.
Jesus. This
Licorice Pizza. We do have a full episode on it.
Yeah, we have a full episode on it. It's one of my favorite episodes. It was so much fun to talk about it because that movie is so much. I mean,
I can fully understand the nomination.
Oh yeah.
I wish it should win. But it probably won't.
Out of the movies that are nominated, it's probably my pick, yeah.
But it's not gonna win.
Yeah, which suck. Because it's
not deep and dark.
But the thing is that it is.
I don't know.
Because we talked about it.
Well, but it's
full of complex layers and.
Yeah, but they can't see complex layers. They need to it has to be surface level deep.
It needs to be emotional.
Yeah,
which this movie kind of it shies away from that to not be too schmaltzy. So yeah, I guess it won't win, but I think it's a fucking masterpiece. Just on every level. The only thing maybe is that the script is a little episodic, but that's the only negative thing I can say. And it's not really that negative. It's just that it's not a classic 3-act structure. It's more of an episodic structure. It's fine, It's nominated for 3 Oscars.
The
Best Picture,
Best Movie, Directing
and Screenplay. I mean, and who
should have been. Cinematography.
Cinematography, so beautiful.
It should have been.
And if Nightmare Alley can be nominated for costume, I say this can be nominated for costume.
Yeah.
Because it captures, not because it's very extravagant and lavish but it captures the 70s so perfectly.
Production design should have also been a nomination.
Yeah, which is of course aided by the cinematography, but
still.
Yeah, but director, who is he up against? Kenneth
Branagh. So Belfast, Drive My Car, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story.
Oh, I mean, no. I haven't seen Drive My Car, But I mean, it's a for me personally, it's a slam dunk. PTA.
Oh yes,
my God, like Kenneth Branagh, get out of here.
I mean, you did a good job, but not as good as PTA.
Jane Campion, like I had to. Thing is, I didn't see the greatness in that movie. We'll get to that, but because it got amazing reviews, and I thought it was good, but it didn't really capture me, you know. So the directing is good in that one, but I mean, it's not
Licorice Pizza.
Fantastic. West Side Story is really like it's a movie, you know. It's a whoa,
yeah,
which is good, but the fucking.
But how much of that is actual pure directing, to be honest?
There's a lot of directing in there.
In West Side Story.
There is. But Paul Thomas Anderson and Licorice Pizza, that's a step above. God damn, that movie is great. I mean, like we said, we're going to talk about picks later, but that is my pick for best movie. Out of the nominations. We'll talk about my actual best movie. It's up there. But,
then we have Nightmare Alley. Yet again, we have a full episode on it, and I don't really understand why it's nominated in general.
For best movie? No. It's a pretty movie. I've used this analogy before, and I've stolen it from the guy with the glasses, which is not good, but still. It's pretty pictures plus lame story equals pretty lame. That's what it is. It's a pretty movie, but the script sucks.
Yeah. So, like, production design, sure.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Same costumes and everything, but we talked about Dune. I still think like Dune creates more of a like new thing. This is just really cool 50s clothes, okay,
exactly,
or 40s or whatever it is. But it's beautiful. It's beautifully shot, beautiful set design, costume, mostly good acting. But the script is dog shit. The story is not great, even. I mean,
no.
The way they changed it from the book. I'm still in the middle of reading the book because I read so slow.
I haven't even started yet.
And it's...
But from what we looked up on the internet, it feels like they changed too much.
As far as I've read, it's much more unnecessarily convoluted in like its morals. The book is much more like upfront with like, this guy's a scumbag. And I think the book is trying to like portray him as like he's a reluctant scumbag, which just doesn't work at all for me.
The book or the movie?
The movie.
Yeah.
In the book, he's just like he's a scumbag, and then he's like afterwards he's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, but okay, whatever.
He learns from his mistakes, sort of, maybe?
Sort of, not really, but sort of. So the book is much better. I think it's a strange adaptation. So,
and it's a strange nomination.
Yes, very strange. Like out of the nominations, other than Don't Look Up, I think it's the one that deserves the least to be on the list. Which is, I know it's kind of controversial because Scorsese wrote an article about why people need to go see this movie because it's like capturing that old school movie feel, and like, yeah, but it sucks though.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Oscars doesn't really have a merit, but even for that, it's not worthy.
No, it could have been nominated for all the other stuff, not Best Picture.
No.
Ugh. No.
Feels weird.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, but then we do get to Power of the Dog. Please explain that movie to me, because I did not understand a thing. Yes. I was bothered by some of Benedict Cumberbatch's acting choices. I hated the fucking exaggerated accent, because he sounded 10 times more movie western than anyone else in the movie.
Well, yeah, it's because you're used to him sounding very British.
I suppose, but
he's just trying to be a cowboy, baby.
Yeah, basically. But he sounds like, when you're exaggerating that too much.
That didn't bother me. Like I said, I don't fully get this movie.
I don't get it at all, except for, I kind of figured he's gay. That's about it.
We talked about... No, that was on my other podcast, Madness in the Method. Check it out every Tuesday on every major podcast platform. We talked about... recently we talked about a movie called Bringing Out the Dead. which is a very celebrated movie. And I just said, like, I don't, like, some went over my head. So I can't say, like, oh my god, it's amazing, I love it, because I didn't really get it. It's my fault, not the movie's fault.
Sure.
Same thing with Power of the Dog. I didn't really get it.
What were they trying to, like, say or do? Because we never get to, like, explore a proper relationship between Benedict Cumberbatch and the kid, whatever his name was.
No, and that's the thing. Because it's about repressed emotions. Repression is about repressed emotions. I mean, he's obviously closeted. He's gay. Benedict Cumberbatch is gay.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured that one out.
He's obviously in love with the cowboy the old cowboy who died or left or whatever.
Oh yeah,
whatever his name was. It's been a while since I saw it.
Hunky Bucky or whatever.
Yeah, something. They obviously had more than just, like, friendship. They were
best friends, but, they were more, obviously.
They were insensitive maybe, but they were butt buddies. Definitely.
Yes.
And that's kind of what they're getting at. Like, it's this what is so popular nowadays also, especially since it's a female director. It's a deconstruction of masculinity. But
is it though? Because he's still a toxic masculine dude.
Yes, because
masquerading as that because he's gay.
He's just keeping up appearances. Because if he told his gang of cowboys, like, I'm a fucking faggot and I love this guy and love to suck his dick, like, he couldn't do that. So he has to live in denial, which makes him a very, like, introverted and hard and cold person, which he is, until he opens up to Cody Smith McPhee's characters, who, like, they don't outright say that he's gay, but he's obviously, bi-curious. I don't know if that's
he's different
thing to say anymore.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, you don't really have that notion until they start becoming friends. They're like, okay, he's just not a guy's guy. And it feels like that's what's attractive to Benedict Cumberbatch's character.
A little bit, and he sees some. I mean, it's a whole gaydar thing. I don't have it because I'm not gay.
Sure.
But, like, he probably, like, there's something about this child.
My spidey sense.
This teen. I didn't say child. He's not a child.
That also kind of bothered me. Because the kid looks very young.
Yeah,
I know he's a teenager because he's studying at, like, college eventually.
Exactly, and the actor is in his 20s now, I think.
Sure, but he looks very young.
He looks very young, yeah. But I mean...
Major spoiler, but I mean, it's out, whatever. What the hell about the ending? Did the kid give him anthrax on purpose?
No.
Because he handles the rope with gloves, and he hides the rope in the end, after Phil Burbank gets sick.
I don't think he did it on purpose.
Because it kind of felt like it was, I don't know, exacting his revenge on him for being a douche for so long, and then all of a sudden letting him in. It's like, nah, you can't come here after treating me like shit, and then all of a sudden loving on me.
No, I think it's a little anticlimactic. I'll give you that, but I also think that because it's a wound he doesn't tend to
care about.
It's this thing he carries around, and it festers since he doesn't. But it's literally a metaphor for his emotions, like...
Sure, but he does die from anthrax, and they do mention that dead cattle get anthrax.
Yeah.
Or they've died from anthrax sometimes. Yeah. So, like, and we see Peter, the kid's name, carve up a dead animal to get the skin. So, I mean...
Yeah, but I mean...
He does give him anthrax, but perhaps he doesn't know.
I don't think
he
doesn't... Yeah, he doesn't give him anthrax. I don't know.
It feels like he does, though, because he's wearing... Why would he be wearing gloves when he's touching the rope?
Because he has delicate hands. And a big rugged cowboy don't need no dumb faggot gloves,
But when he's hiding the rope afterwards...
I don't remember him hiding the rope, because I haven't seen it.
Because he slides it under the bed, after the funeral or at the funeral or something, and he's wearing heavy-duty gloves to do it. It's so weird.
Like I said, I didn't fully get it. And
also, I didn't like the movie in general, so perhaps I'm just reading into much to the few details I did understand and kind of, like, could notice. Because I barely understand what the hell happened half of the movie. Like, I get that Kirsten Dunst's character, her husband, went and killed himself. and that's why they're alone. And then Jesse Plemons' character George Burbank, he just kind of scoops in and saves them, sort of.
Yeah.
But then what's the conflict? What's the story except for Benedict Cumberbatch? Why are we so focused on Kirsten Dunst and her husband?
I mean, because
I'm just probably confused because I didn't like it, to be honest. But maybe I didn't like it because I don't understand it. I don't know.
That is because Jesse Plemons' character he's antithetical to everything a rancher, a cowboy should be in Benedict Cumberbatch's eyes.
Yeah.
But still, he's the one who gets to, flaunt his love, marry this woman, marry the one he loves, while Benedict, he keep everything. He's so frustrated with this. Then the whole thing with Kirsten Dunst, like, being a drunk and seeming to be like a kind of a bitch wife. I don't know. I don't really know what that is all about, but, the conflict between the two brothers and Peter, the child, I get that.
Stop saying the child.
Stop the kid. Whatever.
At least. Yeah, but the men I can sort of understand. It's a bit too convoluted almost. It's not. Yeah, I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more on the nose, a little bit in the clear. I don't know. Instead of like chasing him off when Peter walks in on Phil bathing naked, like, I don't know, have a moment of lingering to like, oh, could there be something, and then be embarrassed about it or something. I don't know.
No, that's too obvious. I
suppose.
This is not a movie about being obvious. This is very repressed. This is very cold. It's a very very cold movie.
I didn't understand he was gay until the very fucking end.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, could they not have told me a little bit earlier?
Yeah, I mean, it's that kind of movie. The one thing that I do like, I was like, I don't know, proud of myself for getting was the point of the name. Because they talk about the dog, in the mountains.
They mentioned it like once.
Yeah, and I was like, I get the name of the movie now. Because I was like, what the fuck is the power of the dog? I can't remember it now, though, and I'm trying to find if someone has mentioned it, because it's something about they talk about what the.
It's a passage in the Bible. Yeah, that's as much as I remember.
He sees that dog in the mountains, and it was, damn it.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Because I was like, ooh, it felt nice that at least I got that. I have some. I gotta see if I can find it here. No, that was not what I saw in it.
Are you looking at
I found
reviews?
I found some a Netflix article about it. Something, I don't know, whatever. But that was
also gotta add, it feels weird that Netflix productions are nominated for Best Picture.
But it's not produced by Netflix. It's just distributed by Netflix because it's a quote unquote real movie. It's just that they bought the distribution rights for some areas.
Okay.
Europe being one.
Cool.
So it's not a Netflix movie. But let's move on to the last one. West Side Story. Controversial. I think this version is better than the 50s version or 60s.
Actually, I haven't seen the 50s version, so I can't really compare. I don't mind musicals. But the musical part of this had nothing to do with. It was pointless.
No,
to me,
I didn't think so.
They didn't need to be dancing and singing at some points, and honestly, some of them couldn't really sing. In my opinion.
Who did you think of more specifically?
What was her name? Main lady.
Really?
I didn't think she was that good.
Because they made a whole thing about like. Oh, how she's always wanted to be a performer like that, and she was in like High School Musicals, not the movies, actual musicals in her high school. And this is her first role, and they basically cast her based on tapes of her high school musicals shit.
Her singing a proper song would probably be better than her trying to convey a conversation in singing.
I guess I thought it was fine.
I didn't like
Rachel Zegler is her name. Zegler.
Yeah. Is she related to the other?
No.
Ziegler.
Whoever you think of, no, because she's been in nothing before. No,
she's not. It's a different spelling as well. Never mind.
She has no like. There's no nepotism going on here. She's literally just some kid off the street, which is kind of cool.
Well, yeah, sure. Kudos for that.
Yeah.
But I didn't much care for her. I didn't feel a chemistry between her and Ansel Elgort.
Oh, I felt the chemistry. The problem there is that because it's a musical, they literally have 15 minutes of screen time together, which is not enough to feel like they're properly falling in love. But that's what the songs are there for. The songs are supposed to say that we are in love now. We don't have to actually explain it because we just say we are in love. That's what musicals do, you know.
It sounded like my cat turned on the vacuum. Sorry.
And that's what I don't like about musicals. They forego good exposition and good storytelling to just sing their emotions.
Yeah.
I saw a movie early this year called Annette, with Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard, and there's literally a song where they just sing "We are in love, we are in love," and that's the only time that they explore their relationship properly, in my opinion. And that's a big problem in general I have with musicals. Because the movie takes place
over. The thing is, I felt that this movie had that issue.
It did. But what I mean what I like about this movie is the technical aspects of it. The script is terrible. I mean, it takes place over 2 days, and it's 2.5 hours long. And literally, the only plot in the movie is these two gangs hate each other for various racial and, territorial reasons. Fine. Yeah. They're both outcasts, but whatever. They go to a dance hall, and they talk to each other there and decide we're going to have a meet-up and have a fight, a brawl. They have the brawl, and then a guy shoots the guy, and that's the plot.
Exactly.
That's the plot! That's 10 minutes! The rest is just singing and dancing. I hate that about musicals. When they can drag it out so long, they have this novella-sized story taking place over almost 3 hours because they have to sing and dance all the time. I hate that. But... Yeah,
and like I said, nothing... whatever. Go on. But...
Yeah, but the cinematography... and we have to judge that as well. The choreography, I loved. The lighting, the set design, it was so beautiful.
It still kind of felt like a stage to me, though.
It's kind of funny because the first movie was shot on a stage. This was deliberately shot on real streets. They shut down New York to shoot this movie, which is kind of cool. But I guess, they kind of wanted to have a stage feeling since it's based on a musical. So I guess,
I guess.
I thought all the technical aspects were great. The movie as a whole was fine, in my opinion. I hate the musical aspect of it, but the rest was fine.
Yeah, nah. I didn't. I don't know if everyone saw it, but I tweeted it out. A little teaser of my list, and this was one of those movies that I had trouble finishing.
Oh, okay.
I had to turn it off at one point and be like, nah, I don't even want to finish it. But then 5 days later, it's I kind of have to.
Okay.
Because we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
I forced myself to finish the movie, and I just did not like it. And I have to ask, we need to look it up or something. Did this movie change any of the characters? Because they have, that kid called Anybody's, who's kind of...
Trans,
I suppose.
Yeah.
Or gender fluid, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think she's
from
trans.
The original?
Because she keeps saying, I'm not a girl.
Well, then he's trans, I suppose.
Saying, they. I think the actor is...
Iris Menas.
Yeah, I think their pronoun is they. I've heard somewhere. Or Z or something. They, whatever. In the... I don't know about the book, because I haven't read the book. But in the original stage play and the first movie, she's just a tomboy, and it's hinted
Who wants
at
to
that
hang with the dudes.
Yeah, tomboy, and it's hinted at. You couldn't really do that in movies back then, but it's hinted at that she's a lesbian.
Okay.
Which makes sense because at least the people who all the people involved, like the director, the composer, and I think the guy who wrote the script, they're all gay, so they wanted to include a gay character. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if that is in the book, but it's in the movie, and they wanted to, I guess, modernize it a little bit in this one, which made sense.
Why not? Yeah, no, it didn't bother me. I was just wondering, did they change it to be modern? Like, did they add a whole new character just to be like...
she's in there, but it's modernized a little bit.
Okay, cool. Then it's fine.
I wish that character had more to do in the movie, because she's barely in this one, and she's even less in the first movie.
Yeah.
But she's an interesting character.
There's also too many characters.
They are interesting characters. Yes, too many characters. But they're gangs.
There's too many characters who are who have the spotlight in certain points.
I think
you have Anita and what's his face? Tony, Anthony, Anton, whatever.
Yeah.
No, not Anita, sorry, Maria and Tony. Maria? Then you have Maria's brother and his girl.
Yeah.
You have the other love interest, Chico, whatever.
Yeah.
You have the entire gang. I don't know what they call themselves. The Latino.
They're the Jets, and
no, the white dudes are the Jets, right?
Okay, then they're the Sharks, because it's the Jets and the Sharks.
Okay, whatever. You have the Puerto Rican dudes.
Yeah.
And they don't really get a solo in any songs.
Not as much, but there are some in the other
gang. You have
gang,
a few of them. Yeah, and then in the other gang you have at the police station, everyone's really taking up space all of a sudden.
Yeah. That song is much better than the original. It's the same song, but it's just they emphasize it differently, and it makes more sense. Because in this one, it felt like they were kind of making fun of the way people treat them. In the original, it's more like commenting on, we're fucked up because this is how we're being treated all our life.
Yeah.
And it has much more impact in the first movie. I don't want to say original because it's not a remake, but, the 50s movie.
And a lot of the main characters, except for the actual main character, well, even the main character, seem to be first-time actors, except for Ansel Elgort.
Yeah, there are a lot of musical dancers and actors. They didn't want to cast a bunch of actors in a musical role. You need star power, of course. That's why you had Ansel Elgort, even though he's not really.
He can sing and dance also. So
yeah, exactly. He's a music.
He produces music. Yeah. He sings and produces.
Oh
music,
yeah, listen to some of his DJ music. It sucks.
Yeah, he's not that good.
But yeah, I think he's a very good actor, and he's very charming.
Sure.
So I can see why they wanted someone with a little bit of star power.
He didn't fit in with his gang either, at all.
But I guess that's by design, because he's not in the gang anymore. That didn't bother me.
I don't know. I didn't like the movie, in general.
Sure, yeah, no, it wasn't amazing, but I did like it.
I can sort of see why it's nominated, but...
Oh yeah, because
it doesn't deserve to win, though.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's big, kind of like Dune, but it's not as bombastic. For me, it has more heft to it than Dune. Dune is very, we talk about bombastic as in big but hollow.
Yeah.
This one is big, it's classic old school filmmaking, a big production, It's almost like one of those roadshow movies, but modern. I think it's
getting a lot of. I think it's getting a lot of brownie points for being, a classic, reimaginated sort of kind of thing. You have a big name behind it. I mean, Spielberg. Hello.
Yeah. I originally thought it was going to get terrible reviews because it's trying to one up a real fucking classic, but people are like, no, they love it. It's got great reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But I don't personally... Sure, nomination, that's it.
Sure. But that's all. That's
all of the
nominations.
We've gone through it.
Should we talk quickly about the best animated? Because we've seen a couple of those, or I've seen one of them. You've seen two or three?
Almost all of them, I think. Wait, where's Best Animated? Why can't I find it in the list?
It's animated feature film. It's Encanto, which you've seen. It's Flea, which I don't think...
Have not seen.
But you've seen Luca, which I've seen as well.
Yes.
You've seen Raya and the Last Dragon, right?
Yes. I have not seen Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Yeah. I've only seen... I've only seen Luca.
Saw Luca.
I saw Luca. I thought Luca was... It was fine. I heard you talk about Encanto, and does not sound like a movie I want to see.
No. Unfortunately, people are betting on Encanto to win, which I think is only for the representation.
Well...
Because it doesn't have the qualities of a good movie.
No, that's what I've heard from you and other people, too. Who are not fooled by all the music.
Even though all 3 of the ones I've seen have representation, this one has gotten the most... I don't know...
Because it's
people
about
like it more, I suppose.
It's about a Hispanic family, and it's very family oriented. I heard a lot of good about Flea, actually, which is it's problem with that one is probably that it's, from my understanding, it's an animated documentary, which is like, first of all, then it should it really be in Best Animated Feature then? Because it's a documentary. Shouldn't it be in the documentary section? I don't know.
Well, I don't think it is a documentary, though.
Yeah, but it is.
Oh, maybe it is. It is. It's tagged as a documentary and biography.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's weird.
And it's about, like...
What's it say? It's Flea tells the extraordinary true story of a man, Amin, on the verge of marriage, which compels him to reveal his hidden past for the first time.
Yeah, he's gay. That's the thing. It's a big. He's been holding it back his whole life because of culture and tradition, and so he has to flee to live his best life. And I've heard it's really good.
Sure.
I haven't seen it though, because it's one of those I haven't been able to get my hands on. I only heard about it recently.
Like, as much as I didn't like Luca, I still feel that one should win.
Over Encanto?
Oh, yes. Raya and the Last Dragon isn't worthy of winning. It's not that amazing.
I heard that one is like trash, really.
It's not trash, but it's nothing special.
Sure, yeah. It's kind of funny, like Disney has 3 out of 4 nominations there. It's just like, it's ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
They should really scrap the animated feature. Because it's almost like it's like a concept.
Unless they like limit production teams or companies like that, you can only have one. Yeah,
because like they have a 70% chance of winning. That's not fair.
No,
there's 4 of them. They have a 75% chance of winning. It's not. Yeah. It's not fair.
No.
No, there's 5 of them. Okay. Whatever.
Either way, they have way more chances of winning than anyone else.
And it's for like whatever movies. Like, Disney hasn't made a great movie in years.
No, not animated.
When is the last time you saw a really good animated Disney or Pixar movie? Because they're kind of the same, but they do different kind of movies.
Soul was actually pretty good.
I didn't see Soul. I heard it was good. And that was nominated last year?
I think so, yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
A lot of people are saying that Turning Red is really good, actually. But that's technically 2022, so...
Yeah, exactly. And it's a movie about puberty or something, from what I understand.
Yes, it's a puberty thing. She turns into a giant red panda whenever she gets too excited.
That sounds like Big Mouth or something, and I don't like that. Anyway.
It again has a lot of representation though, so it's gonna be like appreciated a lot, and it shows the struggles of being a girl, sort of, I suppose. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet.
They should,
a lot of people are saying it's good though.
Just, you know what? You should check out like 8th grade or Turning 17. Edge of 17, I mean. Like, real movies about that kind of stuff. It's
this is for kids.
Just shut up. Kids should watch like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. You should. I mean, sure, if it's like for like young adults or like tweens, but I mean, some of these movies feel like they're made for like 6-year-olds, and they don't need to.
They don't need Oscar nominations.
Yeah, they should be children. They should be allowed. They should watch like They should watch Captain Underpants, Leave the whole, teaching them about gender and love, and leave that for when they're a little older. You don't need to make
them explore that on their own. They don't have to be told it through a movie.
That too. Or at least, do it for when they're a little older, like 8th grade, when they're 12, 13, You don't have to make a movie for 5-year-olds about the troubles of puberty, but they're not in puberty yet. So what the fuck?
Exactly.
They should watch, Robots or Transformers or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Should we kind of move over to doing our ranking, I guess?
Yes.
What movie, if you get to choose, what movie do you want to win Best Picture?
Of these?
Of these.
Licorice Pizza.
Licorice Pizza.
That's my pick out of these.
I'm torn between Licorice Pizza and Dune. I can't really decide. Because I still feel like Dune is amazing. And Licorice Pizza as well.
Yeah, in a visual sense. But as a movie?
No, but as a movie as well. I rewatched it a few times and I'm like, yeah, it's actually really good. I like it.
Yeah, I rewatched it once with our mom and it was good, but no, it's Licorice Pizza all the way for me. It's a masterpiece. It's a modern masterpiece.
Yes, but keep in mind though, I'm gonna agree with you because
a
movie like that would never win. Licorice Pizza probably would never win.
Movies like that have won, though.
Have they? In the last how many years?
Yeah, but movies like Dune have not won. The last time a big sci-fi genre movies never win.
No, that's true.
The last time that happened is Return of the King, and that's 19 years ago.
Right. But it feels like Dune, if you exclude the sci-fi bit, it feels like that's the kind of movie that kind of wins all the time. It's dramatic, it's deep, it's big and bombastic.
I think it's too detached. There's no cry moment in it. There's a lot of people just oh, the Empire, oh, my destiny, oh, there's
I suppose
fucking you laugh, you cry, you sing along, you feel happy when you watch Licorice Pizza. It's an emotional roller coaster without ever making you feel sad, which is nice. But it has amazing performances, beautiful cinematography.
Oh yes,
pitch perfect direction. It is so close to flawless. It is insane.
But you mentioned that if you could pick another movie that's not nominated.
A Pig.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. That's true. I didn't even think of that. Is that the proper year? I don't know.
It came out in 2021, so it should have been nominated. It should have been Nicolas Cage's second.
Holy shit! Yes. Why is it not nominated?
What? It's not. It's not. I think it's because
it's not nominated at all.
It's
right?
probably there's a bunch of arbitrary rules for how you can nominate stuff. I know the distribution company or production company who made that movie. They have their own for your consideration list, but they didn't put Pig on it for some reason.
That's rude.
Yes, I mean it's a first-time director who handles this deep, dark subject matter with such grace. You have amazing performances. It's a career best from Nicolas Cage. It's I mean, it's the best since Leaving Las Vegas, which he won an Oscar for. There should have been a second Oscar. I mean, going up against whatever else is nominated, he would have fucking owned all of them. He's so fucking good in it. But it's also not just his performance. It's a combination of the writing and the directing, really uplifting his performance. It is so goddamn good. And then you have the rest of the movie. Which, the story is it's so simple, but it's layered with so many layers of characters and emotions and themes. It's so fucking good.
That should definitely have been in at least one nomination.
At least nominated for Best Picture and Best Performance.
It's an original story, too.
Yeah.
Script. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. How it deconstructs the revenge story. The classic revenge story that's become a thing.
Like we said in the episode.
Yeah, it's the anti...
Keep in mind, we have a whole episode on Pig.
So check out our Pig episode, because it's it's like an anti-John Wick. It is the same story as John Wick, but instead of violence, he uses emotions.
Yeah.
Oh! And then he's
I realized
he's more flawed, and when he breaks down, oh my god, I hate it.
Yes. Oh. Another movie that I don't understand wasn't nominated for at least cinematography and costume design. Fucking Last Night in Soho.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Hello? If Nightmare Alley can be nominated for costume, where the fuck is Last Night in Soho?
I can understand some people not thinking it's the greatest ever, but at least the technical stuff, like cinematography, costume design.
Hell yeah.
Not music maybe, because it's mostly pop songs, but still.
Sure.
It's really weird, because it's such a technical wonder.
Oh,
I mean, I guess it couldn't be nominated for special effects, because the special effects are just in camera.
Oh, yeah, that's why I guess it's cinematography in that case. I guess cinematography,
the whole dance the dance sequence alone, when they physically switch partners without showing it. How is that not nominated for best cinematography? It's insane. Yeah, that's dumb. That's really dumb.
Now I'm like looking through the list of things we watched last year to see if anything there should have been nominated.
Oh, there's more stuff from 2021.
Like Green Knight could have actually been nominated for certain things, like technical things.
Costume, set design, makeup. The fucking Green Knight is
exactly
both CGI and makeup, but still. I mean, there's so many, but they're not main. That movie was kind of mainstream though, but it's not mainstream enough.
But it's kind of quirky enough to be.
The sun is hitting me really weird.
Yeah, I noticed.
Whatever.
It's indie enough to actually. Jesus, yeah.
I know. I can't really.
It's fine. Whatever.
It's better. The sun is whatever.
Green Knight is indie enough to actually win some of the like technical things at least.
Yeah, but they don't. It's a weird thing, but they don't pick movies like that. Even though it got really good reviews, and it is. Even though it's not my favorite, it's very like
story-wise it's not my favorite,
but it's something new, you know?
And it's like I said, technically it is really well made.
Yeah.
On a technical aspect.
Yeah.
So that surprises me. Why was that not nominated for anything?
Or a movie like you didn't see it, but The Card Counter. I mean, that script is amazing. It's so dense in a good way. I can see it's a very weird movie. It's not an Oscar movie, but just on pure like level of quality, the writing should definitely be nominated for writing, best original screenplay. What else? What else did we both see?
Yeah, I'm looking through my lists here. I don't know if we saw that much else that is really like
Oscar worthy,
and even award worthy.
Yeah, I saw Judas and the Black Messiah, which for some reason was nominated for last year's Oscars.
Okay,
even though it came out in 2021, so it shouldn't really have been nominated in 2021. That's a really good movie. Like if that was going up against best movies of this year, it would have a shot of winning. It's not like a masterpiece, but it's a really, really good movie. And then there's movies, I like I like some horror movies, like In the Earth should definitely win, or should be nominated for like sound, and I guess set design. But it's a small little British indie horror movie. It's never gonna be nominated for anything. Same thing with Possessor. Really disgusting, like body horror. So beautiful special effects, beautiful makeup and set design. But like they don't nominate stuff like that.
No.
One thing
I was thinking like Malignant for the story, possibly.
No.
Kinda.
No. That movie is.
I mean, it would never.
No, and
but it'd be less weird than some of the other nominations.
No, because that movie is like it's B movie garbage. It is.
Yeah, but the thing is that it works though.
But the script isn't good. The script is terrible. But the thing is that they know it's terrible. That's what's so strange about that movie. It's like
that's kind of why I like it though. That's why I mean it should have a nomination for something.
Yeah, but they're looking for actual quality, not not quirky quality. That's not a award movie. That's just a movie you watch with your friends and have some beers.
I guess.
I agree that I'd rather watch that than like most of the nominated movies, but it's not an award-winning movie. It exists outside of any conventional like
that's
rating
true.
system or whatever you want to call it, because it's so bad, but it's so fucking awesome.
Well, I can't think of any other movies that I've seen that technically premiered in 2020. Wait, which year are we going for?
2021.
2021.
Yeah. No. Titan for some of the directing, and definitely some of the makeup design, because that's another body horror movie. I like that. I wasn't a huge fan of the story, but some of the technical stuff I could definitely win for. And the one that I really thought was going to be nominated, I thought, what's her name? Jodie Comer in The Last Duel. The Ridley Scott movie.
Oh, yeah, The Last Duel wasn't nominated for much.
Anything, I think.
Anything, even.
I don't think so. And that's really weird, because that's one of those Oscar movies.
Yeah.
And maybe wouldn't win, but I at least think that she should have been nominated, because she is phenomenal in it. It's a very, very, very restrained performance, but I like that kind of stuff. And I mean, it could have been nominated for like set design and stuff, but I don't know, they just...
That's one of those movies that could have been... I haven't seen it, but that's usually one of those kinds of movies that are nominated for costume design, right?
Yeah. I think it's because Ridley Scott got a little angry during the press tour and was very outspoken about like other movies and like Marvel and shit, and he was just like, fuck everything, you just hate my movie because it's not a fucking Marvel movie, basically. So they kind of like,
whoops,
they swept that a little bit under the carpet, but it's still a great movie, so I think it's unfair. But I think that's out of the movies.
So your like main pick would still be Pig, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see some sort of nomination for Kid Detective, but it's not. It's not one of those movies. It just isn't.
And I mean, it's listed on Letterboxd as 2020 though, so I'm not sure.
That's true. Yeah, it was a festival movie from 2020. But this was pointed out by Adam from Your Movie Sucks. One of the international picks, the international movie, favorite movie, Bhutan had a nomination this year called A Yak in the Classroom or something like that. It's this like movie about a teacher who goes to like a mountain village and has
Lunana, A Yak in the Classroom.
Yeah. That movie premiered in 2019.
Oh.
So how is that nominated in 2022? I don't know.
Huh.
So yeah, they like there are very arbitrarily and strict rules for who can be nominated, but they can break those rules whenever they feel like it. So it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So like I would nominate Gladiator this year because it's so good. No, not like that. But.
That's a bit extreme, maybe, but yeah, then the Kid Detective could probably have been nominated for something.
I would have nominated that for like directing. There's so much subtle details in the directing in that movie. I would definitely nominate that one for that.
Yeah.
Maybe even writing, because it's a fucking amazing movie. Oh, if you're talking like main actors also though, what's his name? Simon Rex in Red Rocket. Even nominating them for directing, it's a really good movie, Red Rocket.
Wait, which one's that?
It's Simon Rex plays this washed up porn star who leaves Hollywood and goes back to his like hometown in Texas, and
no one wants him.
no one likes him, but he's
it's an A24 movie.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really funny. It's from the guy who made Tangerine, and he made Florida Project a couple of years ago. It's a really good movie. So that one was completely snubbed as well. I don't understand that.
Well, as we mentioned in the beginning of the episode, the Oscars are bullshit. So.
Yes. One last thing, though, before we end.
Yes.
Just to go back to the movies that are nominated. If you're thinking like the Academy, like the jury, which one, not what you think, which one do you actually think will win? We know that you want either Licorice Pizza or Dune, but which one do you actually think will win?
Unfortunately, I think it's The Power of the Dog.
You think so?
Yeah. From what I've heard of other people as well, but it also, like, I don't know. It had that thing that I feel like they're all gonna go like, oh, but it's so deep and so difficult and so worthy. And also, plus point because it's the acting, and it's about homosexuality. It's by a woman, right?
Yeah,
Who said that?
And it's the favorites here now. A couple of years, the whole toxic masculinity and deconstructing masculinity, what it actually means to be a man. Which is kind of also weird that a woman is directing it then. Anyway.
But I mean, we've had that issue before when men are trying to write out how women go through shit. It's like, you don't know that? So,
yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch, for some reason, feels like this is what he's going to win. If he's going to win for something, it's this.
He is really good in it, so I wouldn't
not only because he's good,
yeah,
but also because he kind of has to, kind of thing. You kind of have to give him the win.
Yeah. I've heard people argue that Belfast could win because it's such a crowd pleaser.
That too.
So, thinking like that,
it's those two are definitely like it's one of those.
Yeah, which is weird because Belfast is like so low on the list for me.
No, but I wouldn't say that Belfast. Personally, I would never say that it could win. No. It's a great movie, but it could never win an Oscar.
No.
It could win awards, sure. It's good, but it's not an award movie.
Exactly.
I feel the same about Power of the Dog, but at the same time, from what I've learned from the industry of trying to watch movies, that's the shit that wins.
Yeah, I would say, Power of the Dog is a strong contender, and I understand why some would say Belfast.
Yeah,
and on the same criteria, then I think King Richard could win. Because it also
could it though?
It's because it has that. It's a crowd pleaser. It's a biopic.
True.
And it has the added plus of diversity.
However, it's not nominated for directing.
That's true.
Isn't it usually that the directing...
Yes, that's a good indicator. But it is nominated for script. Original script, even though it's based on...
That's true.
Can we quickly discuss that?
And main actor.
Yeah, can we quickly discuss that? Sure, it's not based on a book. It's not based on anything previously published. But it is based on a real story, so to speak.
It's based on something.
Is it really original? I mean, I guess the words are original.
Yeah,
because it's not adapted. I've always wondered. I never thought about that before, but then I saw there was. I was like,
personally,
is it original?
I would never call that an original story.
No, but it's also not adapted. Well, I guess it is adapted from reality, but
it's
a weird
because it's a biopic though. It's adapted from people's stories.
Yeah, it's just not based on a written down story.
Yeah.
This is the first biography.
Unless, I don't know if does the what are their last names? I keep forgetting.
Williams.
Do either of them have a book about themselves?
I'm sure they do, but the movie's not based on that.
No, but you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah. But for what it is, it's nominated for writing. It's nominated for best male lead, and best movie. I think because it is a crowd pleaser, it is diverse, it has kind of a redemption arc for Will Smith, who's been kind of down low for a while. I think that's on the same level as Belfast. But yeah, Power of the Dog is a good pick. One of those.
Yeah, and I feel like Power of the Dog more because it has also the directing nomination.
Yeah.
It has best actor nomination.
Does it have a best adapted screenplay?
Let me check if I can find the freaking. Where the hell is that? Not. There we go. It does.
Shit. Yeah, that might win.
It's gonna win.
I think. Do you wanna?
There are betting sites on this. So I'm like, should I bet on it?
I don't have the liquid cash to do that, really.
I mean, you don't have to bet a big sum of money, but I'm actually willing to put my money on Power of the Dog is gonna walk on with the most Oscars.
Most Oscars
big Oscars.
Picture.
Big Oscars.
Best Picture.
Well, the big nominations.
Because I mean, we had the
main picture, leading actor, directing, the big ones.
Yeah, because you have the upset in 2016 was that I think Fury Road won the most Oscars because it was nominated in every technical category.
Yeah.
It just didn't win the big ones.
Yeah.
Even though it should have. It should have won every Oscar every year ever. Because it's a fucking masterpiece.
I scrolled down to visual effects. I hadn't looked at that list yet.
Oh, yeah.
Dune, obviously.
Yeah.
Free Guy. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I mean, sure, but at the same
disgusting.
time, what the hell, no.
It's gross. It's ugly. I hate that movie.
No Time to Die. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
It's whatever. Fine.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Haven't seen it,
I want to see clips. It looks like a Marvel movie.
It looks like a Marvel movie. Same
which
with
is
Spider-Man No Way Home, who's also
so
nominated for that. So.
Effects are good, but it's kind of flat and whatever.
It's kind of, they do the same thing all the time.
Yeah. Oh, by the way.
What's special about it?
You need to check out No Way Home now so we can talk about it.
I will.
Now that it's available.
Can we do a 3-movie episode then, talk about all 3 of them?
Sure. But I think we should wrap up this episode.
We should, yes. Our unfortunate topic is the Power of the Dog.
Yes. So I think we both agree then. Our cynical pick is Power of the Dog.
Yes.
Which out of these, it's not completely undeserving, but it's not what I would have picked. Because my personal pick is Licorice Pizza, and yours is.
It's probably Licorice Pizza.
Okay.
But I'm like hair thin line between that and Dune for me. So
yeah. And then
can't really decide. If
we could pick any movie, I think we both agree on Pig.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Magical.
Pig is beautiful. It is a fucking disgrace that it's not even nominated in anything.
Yeah.
It's gross.
If the Oscars could please comment on this and tell us why.
Yeah, I want to look it up. why is it?
We need to Google it.
Was it not eligible?
Ask someone on Twitter.
Or did they just not like it because they're dumb? I don't know.
Or did, I don't know, Nicolas Cage scare them?
He's nice in that movie.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, but as a person, I don't know. He seems crazy.
So those are our picks.
Yes.
And
we will review on the Monday Patreon episode.
Yeah.
What actually happened.
Yeah.
Sort of. And see how we feel about it.
Yeah, we'll discuss whoever won and lost and who was snubbed and whatever. Because at that point we know the results.
Yes.
It might be pushed to Tuesday?
Yes, you're going away.
I'm going away, and I might even actually be staying longer than the weekend.
Oh my lord.
Yes. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
It's up next week.
Yes.
If we're late, we're late. We'll update you on Twitter and Instagram, I suppose.
Exactly. So, once again, check us out on Patreon if you want an extra episode every week, and if you want monthly commentary tracks. We at this time, at recording this, we are just gonna release our Mask of the Phantasm commentary track this weekend.
The March episode,
the March commentary, which I think is gonna be a lot of fun because you hadn't seen that movie in 20 years.
Yeah,
and it was it was like a new discovery for you. It was very fun to be there when you discovered it. So check that out. Just $3 a month, and you get all the good stuff. There are higher tiers, but it's dumb to pick those unless you want to give us more money.
And follow us on Twitter and Instagram for updates.
Yes.
And in general, keeping in touch with us.
There's a link tree down below with all those links. And I also want to say thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, have a good one.
Bye.
The Spoilercast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's hosted by Tobias and Rebecca Widén, produced by Tobias Widén. Executive producer is Annika Widén. Direction and sound editing by Tobias Widén. A big thank you to all our supporters over on Patreon for keeping this show going. Rasmus Jonsson, Laura Kinney, Mom and Dad.